Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a second semi-final? The LFF Grand League final game of day one. Playing for the right to meet Trojans in the final, our second semi-final, serving their opponents. So let's meet the teams, ladies and gentlemen, the Norwich Knights. University Sportswoman of the Year 2015, wearing number 4, Lizzie McLeod. Number 17, number 19 since 2015, the tallest lady in the grand final, wearing 16, Adele Mitchell. Gold and silver regular of the Europa Shield with Beck, now scoring goals for Knights in England, wearing 14, Claire Let's meet their opponents tonight. For Beck, a Beck player since the age of 10, a senior international at 17, top 5 Beck all-time goal scorer, wearing 21, Amy Slade. Back in yellow back for the second time, 18 goals for Beck in the 2 stints, wearing 10, Heather Equipsey. 15 goals in the debut Beck season this year. 18th year of Korfball, wearing 20, Kenzie Bulldog. Under 16, under 19, under 23, and senior international. 72 goals for Beck in 110 appearances. Wearing 1, it's Joanne Wilson. From student Korfball to England international, Olympic torchbearer in 2012, wearing 22, Andrew Hall. In his first season at Beck, 18 goals already and 297 career goals, wearing 31, Kieran Hicks. Forward to 22 goals for Beck, Great Britain and senior English international, wearing 3, Blake Alfreman. Scoring 606 goals for his club, Beck's talisman and legend, wearing 4, it's captain Dinesh Patel. Coach is John Denton. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee is Alan Dibble, and his assistant is Mr. Chris West. So ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for Knights. And let's hear it for Beck.
Hello and welcome to the final game of the first day of the LFF Korfball Grand Finals weekend at the Copper Box Arena. We're in for a treat. We've got Norwich Knights versus Beck. Tom, what are we going to see?
Well, we're going to see 2 class teams going at it in the same fashion they did last year when Norwich Knights surprisingly come out on top. They've had an extra season to embed themselves in the expectations of being one of the top teams. But they're up against a great team in Beck, a lot of really strong players. New coaching with John Denton could be interesting. Coming from Kingfisher, we like their style, we like the things that they do. So I'm really interested to see what he's done with the team. I want to see Blake against Charlie. Or will it be Blake against Josh? I'm not quite sure how that will match up. I'm looking to see some really big matchups. I'm looking to see them to bring the excitement that this floating around this hall from that wonderful game that we've just seen. They're playing for a place in the final against Trojans. I don't know who to pick, Jess, but I tell you what, I'm hoping it's going to be exciting. I'm hoping Lizzie McLeod has a good game. She's already moving strongly there.
If anything, Knights are a fit team. We know that. They're always very, very athletic. So they're going to bring a lot of energy to this game. And Beck are just clinically strong. Very experienced team, very experienced players. Some incredibly strong boys. There's a lot to be excited about in this game.
Yeah, nice early movement from Knights, but well picked off by Blake Palfin on the post. Heather Cremasy combining with Dab Patel. Good line from Paul Debenham.
Charlie Vogel starting an attack. Not too surprising about that.
Oh, sorry, that was Luke Coit McKenzie. Josh Rowe, such a powerhouse underneath the post. Really hard to stop this division. I really like the combination of him and Charlie. There's Charlie coming round. Doesn't quite get the handle on the ball. Does force a misstep from Kieran Hicks. Gets a second shot. Rarely misses from there. And Josh Rowe's not going to miss. Gets the right side of Blake Palferman. Pops in the first goal. Good start.
Just interesting, Kenzie Baldock and Heather Quemsey playing together.
Yeah.
Two very tall, very athletic, rangy girls.
Good drive from Andrew Hall, but well stopped by Stan Dunn. Good shot from Patel. Bobbles off in the wrong direction as far as he's concerned, though. Dab wearing some extra leggings there.
Oh, yeah.
Some knee protection he's got.
Lizzie coming straight to feed. Charlie looking for the ball from distance. Out to Josh, who's trying to make an interesting pass to Charlie. Doesn't make it, though. The Beck fans are starting their chanting early. Well,
the London club, always traditionally great support. Big club. Probably the biggest in the land. Andrew Hall driving hard. Stan Dunn still keeping his good line. That's great from Patel, but he ends up just drawing the penalty.
We can't not mention the fact that Joe Bedford is starting on the bench in this game.
Yeah.
Why do you think that would be?
I'm really not sure. I haven't seen much of these teams this season, although I do know Joe very well. I trust John Denton. I like his attitude. I liked him as a player. He probably still plays. He's obviously seen something in the combinations that he thinks he can do. So then Andrew Hall recovers very well and gets the decision and the ball.
So down this end for Beck, we've got Blake Palferman, very strong attacker, with Kieran Hicks, with Joanne Wilson and Amy Swain.
That's fantastic for Blake Palferman. And what a wonderful Woodigan shot he just scored. Out of nothing on Charlie Vogel.
I was going to say, it's a beautiful move, but then you add to the fact that it's on Charlie. That just was incredible.
Great extension from Stan Dunn.
That was deemed out of hands by Luke Coachie McKenzie. Young player. I think this is one of his first Grand Finals weekends. Probably around last year, but definitely I would think it's probably his first start. And same for Adele Mitchell, another young player coming up through the England ranks.
Kieran Hicks with lots of space, but comes up short. There's a lot of attention Charlie's giving to Blake Palferman. That's the matchup I want to see. Different from Blake actually defended Josh down the other end, and I think that's right. You've got to get Charlie and using his speed on their best player, but Blake's range and the extra height that he's got is going to make it a tough game for Charlie. Ball just bopping off the back from Anna Woodall. Who are you looking for in the girls here? We've obviously got Claire Deek.
Yeah, Claire Deek is obviously a very strong attacker. Also Lizzie McLeod equally.
Yeah.
From Beck, I always enjoy watching Heather play. I don't know if you'd say that she's a goal scorer
Yeah.
necessarily, but she does all the hard work. She works really hard for the team, and she definitely does chip in with it, with a few goals.
Couple of sloppy passes from both teams, just trying to perhaps just force things just a little bit in terms of the pace early on.
Kenzie Baldock there with the ball.
Big height difference.
Yeah, a very big height difference. She obviously came to the club with John from Kingfisher. I think she moved to London, so that's why she made the transfer. It's a high shot from Kieran Hicks there, but Joanne Wilson wins the ball away from Charlie Fogwell.
Yeah, good contest. Charlie will go looking for the ball. But
is that wise when you're playing
look at
against
Blake
Blake?
again. It's absolutely wonderful the way that he got round. There was hands in there. Charlie's got no complaints about that. And a good start from both teams. But, well, Blake Palverman looking deadly at the moment.
Yeah, as always. I must say, again, I mentioned it in the other game, but I was fortunate enough to play against Norwich Knights this Monday just gone here at the Korfball in a friendly game. And Charlie was injured, I think.
Yeah.
He came off the game, had to ice his foot. I don't know what that was about. I didn't get a chance to speak to him about it, but I don't know if it was just precautionary or if something had happened that day. But that did concern me a little bit seeing that.
Yeah.
But he seems fine. He seems,
He seems fine now, and he is a very talented, balanced player. Great aggression. I'd have him in my England squad any day. Really, like maybe go back 10 years and you think, oh, he's too small. Now he's really just the right height for sprinting around and scoring goals. It's his shot, though, the balance on his shot, which I like, and his vision is obviously very good. Josh Rowe won't score too many, but I tell you what, if he keeps on pulling the ball down from the post, and that's a little bit weak from Knights. Good atmosphere in the hall here. Okay, that's looking a bit unstructured. Lucky to even retain that.
That's a nice ball from Heather.
Well picked up by Baldock. Out to Patel. Good early shot after the first shot. Well done by Heather.
Could she have taken that?
No, I don't think so. I thought the defender was there. I thought she did well to hold on to it. Good step back from Patel. Now, Kenzie Baldock, she does this great thing where she takes, let's say, an orthodox modern post position where she sits at the back of the post, and especially against Anna Woodall, I'd worry about that matchup. Yeah. If I was a Knights coach. And of course, Joe Sterling makes his own decisions. Very fine coach. Good move by Charlie.
Nice shot from Lizzie McLeod.
Well picked up, yeah, and he gave the free pass, and maybe Charlie was just breaking off a little bit, but I thought it was a reasonably fair contest. Referee untangles the players, gets back to Charlie.
A lot of pressure on that free pass.
Great commitment from Kieran Hicks on the shot. That's what you got to do against a specialist like Charlie when he's got that free pass. Yeah, interesting little tip from Josh Rowe to Lizzie McLeod. Very exciting that she was the Nottingham University Athlete of the Year. Good recognition for Korfball.
Definitely.
in a fine sports university like that.
Oh.
Kenzie, great position. Probably a little bit too far under to take that shot now. Andrew Hall working hard on the outside. Patel big over the top, but a little bit too big and too strong for Luke Coyne-McKenzie.
I could watch Lizzie McLeod pass the ball all day. I think she's got the nicest pass.
Look at a great one-handed pass. Look at her balance.
Possibly out of anyone. I mean, I'm trying to think of someone who's got a better pass. I mean, okay, maybe occasionally it goes a bit wayward, but just the sheer power. That's a nice shot from Charlie.
Love that collect from Josh. Only eyes for Charlie. Charlie wanted the second shot. Gives herself a metre extra room. Drops a nice one in.
It's quite a sedate celebration from Charlie. Maybe it's a bit early in the game for the double-armed run that he does.
And that's a bit messy from Beck. I'm not quite sure. It's not particularly expansive. They're into the 2-2.
Yes,
Patel
very
at the
2-2
post,
at the
and there's Knight's hands all over. But now they've got a 5-second shot clock they're going to have to try and do something with.
They got the reset. They got the reset.
Oh, they did go a reset. I'm not quite sure how they got a reset.
I'm not sure that...
Charlie Vaughn was not sure how they got a reset. And Joe Sterling's up and a little bit unhappy with that. It looked like it was on 5. I don't know quite how it got reset.
It was on 5. Yeah, I'm a bit baffled by that one myself. But we'll play on. Claire Deek will shoot from range. She's got such a quick shot.
Yeah.
Such a quick shot.
A little bit unbalanced, that one. That wasn't her best one, but it did, you know.
From the back of the post, I would back her to score. She missed maybe 1 out of 6, I'm going to say. Nice collect from Blake there.
Girls in. Hicks on the outside. Nice shot.
That looked good.
Joanne Wilson. Out to Palferman. Beautiful shot.
Clinical.
Like, I don't care how big you are, Charlie, whoever, when he does that big step, it's too big for everybody. And his arms go up so straight and high. Beautiful shot. Typical Blake Palferman sort of thing they're looking for him to do all game if they're going to overcome this enthusiastic challenge from Knights.
Another interesting player that we should mention that isn't on the pitch is Paul Debenham.
Yeah,
he's on the bench at the moment.
I confused him and Luke. I'm not quite sure. He's in the top 5 goal scorers of the league. Is he injured?
Not that I'm aware of. Just looking at the bench.
He's a pretty good player to have coming off the bench, I must say. Oh,
same with Joe Bedford, wouldn't you argue?
Yeah. I'm not sure he'll score as many as Paul Debenham when he comes on, but we'll see. Amy Swain looking to make a killer pass. Said pops it off to Joanne Wilson and Blake turns. Charlie was alive to it though. Oh, beautiful tip down from Hicks to Palferman. Well picked up by Wilson. Good back play. And a good drive, but I thought Lizzie had the line. She thought she had the line. That's going to be a penalty. People booing again in the crowd. Obviously, they were Knights fans. Quick early lead, 6-2.
Yeah.
It doesn't really seem to be that much in the game, but I suppose a couple of those penalties and it's just eked back into the lead.
I don't think there's anything to worry about yet. I know that Knights have definitely got more goals in them.
Well in by Joanne Wilson. Vargwell with Josh Rowe at the post. Going to be a good contest, him and Blake.
He hasn't got the collect yet.
Yeah, didn't. Yeah, nice from Charlie. They didn't. A little bit of inexperience there. I think from Adele Mitchell. Should have just held it and let Josh go round. They're into 2-2 very quickly and efficiently. But it's when they transition into the next phase is poor. And now they're
nice
kind of it's nice balls. But okay, now they're back into a second phase, and it's good to see a 2-2 set up with the girls on the inside. Good tactical option if you can do it. And
ball's free.
It's a pretty big Beck girl lineup, really, except for perhaps Amy Swain. This is as big as England girls get.
And particularly when you look at who they've got on the bench. I mean, they've still got Caitlin Fitzgerald on the bench, who is very, very tall. They've got Jess Bennett, who is very young, but also very, very tall.
Handling error from Lizzie McLeod. I just like the way even Blake running the ball out of defence. I love the angles that he takes. Patel gets an early shot up. Looks like let's go to football against Adel.
The crowd impressed by Andy Hall's football skills there.
Boys in this time. Girls kind of aligning themselves one behind the other.
Heather O'Connell. It's just a bit sloppy, a bit lazy there from Norwich. They didn't Lizzie didn't need to make that pass across the front to Josh. It's one of those that you just make because that's what you do. You pass the ball across the front when the ball comes in.
You've got to be careful when Blake Palferman's around though. Longest arms in Korfball. Now girls on the inside again. Joshua will stay out. give Charlie a look on the outside shot and maybe run
That's
a great turn
ball.
into Lizzie McKenzie.
Oh,
I thought she was on the other side anyway. The shot was poor and wayward. Oh, Charlie
a touch from
Bugwell.
Charlie.
Great commitment, great athleticism, great vision. Into the feed. Joe Wilson batting back the ball into the feed from Kieran Hicks picks it off.
I think it's fair to say this game hasn't quite got the same intensity that the last game had.
Yeah, I think that was a good, nice move inside from Heather Equemacy.
Both teams seem very settled. They just seem happy to just suss out what's going on.
Well, I think it's probably what we're reacting to is the style that Beck are playing. They're into their structure very, very early. And I don't mind that. I think they're kind of looking good. They're not really settling for a nice shot. I'm probably preferring the girls into to the boys in. But the transition into the next phase after that breaks down has just been a bit messy. They don't seem to know exactly where they're going, and you've got to learn how to, if you're going to get into a position, you learn how to get out of that position and transition into another one. And Knights haven't quite settled yet. I think Beck have intercepted 2 or 3 or 4. If they get a couple more, that's going to start eating at their confidence a little bit. They need to play an expansive game. I'd like them to play an expansive game because they can, and that's the type of game I like to play. But it's still early days. Yeah, okay, Norwich going to be disappointed, 15 minutes and 2 goals. They haven't settled yet.
No.
And here, Davish Patel is going to get a chance to extend the Beck lead. And he takes it very, very comfortably. 7-2. I hope Knights can get going. No sign of Paul Debenham warming up.
No. Ball over the top to Del Mitchell, who just can't catch it. So Charlie just makes sure.
Yeah, but
Blake doing a good job.
yeah,
holding
he's doing a great job. Yeah, you're right. And Josh just ran the wrong angle in there. And Blake may be young. Was he 19 now or something? But the experience that he's had coming up through the age groups, as well as playing in this Beck team, makes him a really formidable player to play against. Not just his physicality, but he's very smart.
Only 7 seconds left on the shot clock for Beck.
Now it's got to go. Andrew Hall does get up. Nice shot. Good and well. That's good reset.
Again, the girls in, boys out.
I'm liking it.
Dav with that really high shot that he has, it just drifts towards the post.
Yeah, because these Norwich boys, they're too respectful of the. Okay, they're a bit too respectful of the Beck boys to drop off, and that's really where that girl collect can work really well. Okay,
again,
you were saying
communication there between Lizzie McLeod and Adele Mitchell.
Oh wow, Adele Mitchell, well done. I was convinced that was on the way out. That's wonderful by Charlie. Fantastic goal by Charlie and Kieran Hicks.
But what made that was Lizzie's drive, the commitment. She could see that the boys were going to hit her, and they were going to hit her hard, but she went, no, I've got to get to that ball and just give it that touch so that Charlie can pick it up on his way through.
Look at Blake. He never misses the baskets, it seems, and the ball bounces. He's so kindly, it seems, because his arc is so good. And there he is again. Look, there's no stopping that. Wow, it really is. You know, by the time he's shot, Charlie's arm is already down because he knows he's just not far enough.
The thing about Blake's shot is the way it goes into the basket. There's none of this bouncing around the edge. It's so clinical and so precise that it just drops in, hits the back of the post and drops straight down.
That shows the value what Blake has done of getting a couple of early running in shots where you really test your player out and you let him know, hey, don't come out on me, and then you go to the outside shot. And that's where I think having a really good running in shot game is essential for teams and individuals.
Not a bad shot there from Luke Coachy McKenzie. Claire Deek looking to run inside, Stan Dunn supporting her. I do wonder if Claire will struggle to get that quick shot away because she is playing against the taller players in Heather and Kenzie.
Nice. Nice.
Ooh. almost got the friendly roll.
Yeah, good timing of the feed from Joe.
He didn't want that ball there. He wanted it to come back out.
Now he's got it on the outside.
That's a great
wonderful
pass.
ball into Joe Wilson. Good contest. Won by Joe Wilson. And Blake again. There's the extension. Oh, look at that. What are you going to do?
Precision.
Yeah. But, you know, there's sometimes he steps, sometimes he doesn't, but he's always ready and willing to put that shot.
Always.
He's always got the balance that it takes.
But addressing the basket as well. He's always facing the basket. He's not catching it and then thinking, oh, now I'd better turn.
Wow, tell you what, Knights are in trouble, Jess.
Yeah.
They haven't got going, and it looks like Beck is starting to grow in confidence. That's a decent ball, well defended.
I think it would be fair to say the Knights haven't quite had the season that was almost expected of them after their performance at the finals last season. I mean, they performed so well at those finals, really shocking a lot of people, went away to Europe, and yet they've almost stalled this season. They haven't quite built on what they had going for them.
Nice ball over the top from Charlie Vogel to Adele Mitchell, but she can't convert. Oh, wow. How did Patel squeeze that ball through to Akremasi? Now Patel will shoot again.
Great pickup from Kenzie Baldock.
And this girl's on the inside's working for them, and they're just squeezing chances out of it. Okay, they're not converting them, but this is going to be rocking Knight's confidence. And look, Akremasi pulls it down again. This is a mauling that these girls are getting at the post. And they've still got Kenzie Baldock sitting there. And did he call that against Patel for a bit of a charge? Okay. See, look, they're all in that one corner. It's not a great look, but when you've got run like Charlie and Kieran, he kind of had the line, but maybe his hand was up just a little bit late. No complaints. Charlie, he's a cool customer. He really is. Okay, well, maybe this will take a bit of pressure off Knights, and they can start to just free themselves up a little bit, because it's all to play for now. If they don't get going in this first half, then it's going to be a difficult second half for them, really. They're just going to be holding on. See, again, it all tucked into that corner.
They are playing very compact.
Yeah, but not distributed around the post in quite the right shape that I'd like to see. Yeah, there's Charlie. See, Charlie's going to have to be the guy that does it. He's the of the Norwich players on the pitch. Oh, here's Paul Debenham. I was going to say, except for Paul Debenham.
Here we go. Oh, for
I think
Charlie.
he's coming on for Charlie, and maybe that'll be a chance for Charlie to change ends.
I would think.
Yeah, and really, that's exactly what they're going to do. No, Charlie's not sitting down. He's supping his water bowl, thinking about how he's going to get back down there and score 2 goals and get Nice back into this. And so you got like a great score like Paul Debenham, and you're using him as a defensive player coming on. Okay, good to have those riches. Stand done. Nice elevation. Andrew Hall chose poorly in the line that he took. Now Knights are starting to find their game, find their rhythm. Okay, Stan coming on.
Good hand there from Lizzie.
No, Amy Slade. It was an incredible finish the way she picked it up from the floor.
The backspin.
Wow, Joanne Wilson. Oh no, sorry, Kenzie Baldock. Great skills. And good contest. Kieran Hicks was always going to lose that against the power of Josh Rowe. I hate playing Josh underneath the post because he is just so powerful. Oh, close from Luke Coit McKenzie. straight into that 2-2. They really do not mess around. There's not much
No.
thought of dynamic Korfball out of them. It is quite entertaining. But I suppose when you've got the advantage that they seem to have, like, well, certainly with Parfleman on the outside, they're just going to set him up, get him a collect, get him a feed, let him step back. Great feed, great feed. Oh, close and deep, and again. Not so good the second time. Nice shot from Amy Swain. Bounce wasn't kind. Yes, Charlie, he's come to shoot. Again. That's it. Look, yeah, I think they realise they have to shoot their way back into the game, and you have to get your best players shooting, and I'm going to back Charlie. Given enough shots, he's going to drain some of these. It's just, can they stop Beck just a little bit, take a little bit of the heat off it? Could Paul Debenham have come on to defend Blake?
Yeah, possibly.
I mean, is he that good?
Why not?
Oh, great contest. Yeah, unfair by Patel. He's complaining a little bit, but he doesn't mind too much. Trying to give Charlie the feed. Not getting into the 2-2 as well. Oh, great from Claire. That was a real shame that she discontinued the ball. Didn't get the ball. Now Charlie speaking to Anna Woodall. Now Palferman. There we go. Good control around the post. And that's a good line Debenham had on Palferman. Yeah. Well, if you're going to bring Paul on to defend Blake, why wouldn't you do it a little bit earlier?
Yeah. It does seem an odd time to have made that change.
I mean, assuming Paul's fit.
Again, Knight's playing all in that back corner of the court.
They really do seem to like that back corner. It just looks a bit crowded.
Yeah.
They're not really pushing the ball across the post. Joanne Wilson, good extension. Balfourman gets lucky.
Yeah. Only 4 seconds left in the shot clock, though.
He's going to hit, though, isn't he? Of course he's going to hit. It's Blake Balfourman.
I know we were down the pub the other day, Tom, and we were discussing if we were to pick an England team, who would we pick? Now, obviously, we all put Blake in our team. I remember you saying that you thought that to really be able to challenge at the very top level, and we're talking, you know, if he wanted to go to Holland and play, Blake would maybe need to think about working on his footwork and looking at developing a step back into a shot. How do you feel that, you know, has he done that at all?
He's got more of a shuffle back. He hasn't got what you'd call a classical step back, and he's got away with it because he's so quick. And he's well, actually, when I say a step back to 1 foot, he does step back onto the second foot. He hasn't got the one-footed shot, which can give you a bit more range and can give you a bit more flexibility for your next move from it. But he gets away with it.
Does he need it?
Does he need it? That's what I mean. I don't know. I'm convinced that a good step back onto 1 foot is a skill that all players kind of need to have if they could possibly have it. But yeah, I don't know. Could that make Palferman better? I suspect so.
Yeah.
Would it take away a little bit of his 2-footed shot? Maybe. Then in which case, maybe that's not the right thing for him to do at the moment. But because he's looking fantastic, and I tell you what I'm really enjoying is curling drive that he seems to be taking on the way to the post.
I would argue the almost exact same discussion could be had with Claire Deek. Again, a very 2-footed shooter. I mean, again, she's got a very quick shot, so she's able to do it. But I do feel that maybe if she was able to take that step back and shoot off one foot, it will offer her other options. Kieran will shoot that. Only 3 seconds left. Blake will put that up.
Oh, yeah, okay, he's never going to get that. I know it's
But contact after the shot, so they win the free pass.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get a defender decision out there like that, and he did contact him afterwards, so maybe kind of fair enough. Okay, the nice post, great post. We had a little shot on them yesterday.
We did.
But the bases just seem to just move just a little bit, but not too much. Obviously, we don't have the opportunities that many Dutch halls have for the finals to put the post into the ground, but these are probably the next best.
Well, the floor as well. We should talk about the floor.
Wonderful. Really feels good, looks good. I think it's contributed, the whole setup has contributed to some fantastic games today that we've had already. This one's just slowed down a little bit. Norwich still going to be worried that they've only scored 6, and that's going to give Joe Sterling plenty to talk about at half-time in terms of what he's going to do. Beck not amazing at 9.
No,
so
low-scoring half from both teams.
It's an enthralling contest and good two teams going at it. Knight's not out of it. I think maybe I wrote them off too early, but that was at 9-3.
Yeah.
And it's only 9-6, and obviously Beck have stalled a little bit in the meantime, despite having powerful men in attack. A little bit off balance from Charlie.
They're back in that back corner again. Ball over the top. Claire looks to support Charlie.
And
that's not the shot that you want to take.
No, but he's trying to force things. He's trying to get things going.
Yeah.
He's trying to take responsibility. He's trying to be the man that steps up, the player that steps up and does it. Good contest from Joe Wilson on Josh Rowe. But the follow-through is what awarded the free pass.
I was going to say they're too close.
Too close. And that's a rookie mistake from Beck. That's the sort of mistake that could get Knights one back. And they're going in at 9-7, 43 seconds on the game clock. Going in at 9-7, there's no shame in that. Lizzie hasn't really got into the game. There's a few players here that haven't necessarily made the impact that we'd hoped.
No.
Because maybe it's just been a bit scrappier than we thought. A bit. Beck have intercepted well. Oh, Palferman, James Debenham was sold himself. Still plenty of time for a shot or two. You got to look to Blake. Got to look to Blake. There we go. Oh, actually, so yeah.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah. I was actually just looking at his footwork. It actually wasn't too bad. It's not quite as fluent as some of the top Dutch players, and that's the level I'm comparing him at. I'm not talking about him as an ordinary player. Yeah, I'm talking about him like for the top level, to be one of the best players in the world. And that's going to come up short. Oh, Josh Rowe, he's right. He's right to try and take the shot. It would have been a buzzer beater. It would have gone in and counted. So, interesting first half. Not as high scoring as we like, but we take all the games that we get and we enjoy it when two teams go out and play hard. What do you think, Jess, for the second half?
I think Knights have got to come out and just be a bit more passionate, but show a bit more. They've been quite mute, I think, which is unlike them.
And they're getting stuck in that corner. They're not playing expansive enough around the post. I think they're going to let the ball move a little bit more.
Yes.
Okay, come back and have a look.
Knights fans, are you ready for the second half? Beck fans, are you ready? Everything to play for. 30 minutes on the clock.
Welcome back to the second half of Beck versus Norwich Knights. We'll just check the numbers and make sure everyone's in the right divisions before we start. Tom, Norwich are 4 goals down in the half. What do they have to do at the start of this second half?
Well, I think I probably wrote them off a little bit too early at 9-3. They have rallied a little bit since then, but they're not scoring very well. They're not looking very confident, and that's kind of most exposed in the way that they're moving the ball. They seem to keep on getting trapped in the corner. They're not moving the ball expansively across. They're trying to get the value out of Charlie. They switched him from one end to the other, I think just on an attack strategy, though it might have been to bring Paul Debenham to defend Blake. I'd like to see them play a bit more dynamically and play the game that they enjoy. They don't look like they're enjoying it as much as I have seen them in the past enjoying it. I think it's easier to come into this game as an underdog and just play your game than it is as an established team now. But that's a good start. And, you're getting 2-3 shots from different angles around the court from different players. I think they're going to just free themselves up to move the ball a bit more freely, in particular over the top. Because Beck aren't playing great. They're just comfortable. They're just playing. They're scoring some nice goals from some reasonable moves, but they're not looking like they're at their 100% best. So what I'm hoping for is that the level will come up a little bit from both of them, but whoever it is, they're fighting for a place in the final, so they can keep going right until the end. Heather from a long way out.
Oh, Kenzie's down, but she's okay. Dav holds the ball at the back of the post. Out to Andy Hall, who looks to drive it on the inside on Luke. Free pass given, contact possibly on Andy Hall.
Heather Cremacy, 2 boys split formation. Yeah, wow. Claire Digg was out so quickly.
She anticipated that almost the split second before Heather gave the ball.
Heather didn't seem to do too much too wrong, though she probably could have moved just a little bit quicker and more backwards. That's nice moves, but Clay Digg has just overran it a little bit.
Good stop.
That's good move from Beck.
So here we go, Josh Rowe at the back of the post. Bullet of a pass to Paul Debenham.
Good hands in from Joe Wilson. And that shot's weak from Paul Debenham. Yeah, it's a cliche. Knights got to start looking like they're enjoying this a little bit more and just moving the ball, letting the ball do the work, flinging it a little bit. See if they can just turn a few Beck heads. Because I think if they get on a run, that they can get this back.
That's quite a nice idea. See the player step in, but take the free pass so that it's almost a free shot just to get your eye in. I quite like that. Though if you score it, the pressure to score the next one is
you don't want to score
high.
it and then have it disallowed. Okay, Josh at the post against Blake. A nice turn from Debenham, and Kieran Hitz overcommitting on the outside. Yeah, nice turn.
But again, that was only possible from a nice ball from Lizzie McLeod.
Okay, how many more goals until Knights start to believe a bit more in themselves? Because Beck haven't scored in a long time. Remember, Beck were winning 9-3 and they scored 1 goal in maybe 15 minutes. And Beck can occasionally do that at these championships, as we've seen. And that 2-2 structure that they're playing, okay, when it works, it's great. But nice.
Beautiful goal from Josh Rowe.
Yeah, over Blake. So now a little bit of belief. It does bring Palfman back into attack now. There's Palfman, the great extension, uncharacteristically short. Oh, I thought he'd done enough there. Oh, look, we've got a substitution.
Here we
Okay,
go.
now
Now we're
here
gonna
comes
see.
Joe Bedford. Okay, for Blake. Interesting. Could he be changing, Blake changing ends? Okay, yeah, he's
Yeah.
not getting Blake to sit down. So who's coming off, Jess?
I would think it'll be Andy Hall. Though it's not that he's having a bad game, but
Yeah.
I assume they want to put Blake back on to Charlie.
Good fight. And now we're going to see the substitution. And you're right, it is going to be Andy Hall. Yeah, it's probably a good tactic, put him back on Charlie. Maybe then have to move Charlie down the other end again. Well, but I think Beck need to think more of themselves. They've had one goal in 20 minutes or so. And they're in the lead, but that's not enough. And Knights are slowly creeping back. But the momentum is with Knights, even if it's not a steamroller just yet. But get Charlie to drop a couple of those, and then suddenly Beck are going to be sweating, because there's one thing to be not scoring goals when you're ahead, but when you're not scoring goals and you're behind, then yeah, you're in trouble.
I don't feel like Knights have utilised Claire Deek enough in this game. I know, yeah, I appreciate she's playing against a very tall player in Kenzie
Yeah.
Bulldog, but she should be able to get free and execute with that very quick shot of hers.
Nice setup from Knights. Allows the comfortable shot from Charlie, but he does miss occasionally.
So this is the first time we'll see Joe in attack.
Straight to the post against Paul Debenham. Look at the pressure Paul Debenham's leading into him. He's a big, strong guy. Joe Bedford takes a lot to move him. Hicks turns a shot down. Bedford doesn't. It's good bads. Good work from Wilson. Now Bedford again, leaning back. That's a better shot. That's a nice shot. Well picked up by Kieran Hicks. Out to Amy Swain. This is better from Beck. Looking like they're shooting like they believe.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to make a change just to make players feel like they just have got more options. And the move was great, and the feed from Amy Swain was good, but the shot is missed by Hicks. That's better from Beck.
Charlie Vogel in the feed.
Oh, powerful. Coming over the top.
Joe Bedford straight to the post. Kieran will shoot from distance. Joe wins it around the post, working closely with Amy Swain.
Now Joanne Wilson. Thought a bit of follow through there. Oh, I didn't think Lizzie did much wrong there. I thought the line was good.
Joanne's shot is an odd one. I feel that whereas most people will take the step back and then shoot, as soon as she receives the ball, she will stop dead and push it up, which it works for her. But I think it does draw a lot of contact.
Yeah.
People aren't expecting her to be shooting so quickly.
In the meantime, Joe Bedford dropped the 7-metre shot. Beck's first in a while. I played and coached Jo Wilson for many years when she was a junior, and her shot's not quite there yet. I still think she's got some more physicality to grow. She needs to just still get a little bit more strength. She's got the height. She's got a good Korfball brain. Lacking just a little bit of power.
Kieran just not finding the basket yet.
Okay,
And Beck getting buzzed out.
And Beck buzzed out. Some encouragement for Knights. Can they take it down this end and do something with it?
See, that's the one Claire wants to put up.
Beck hands, making it difficult to play the straightforward, direct Korfball that Knights seem to want to play at the moment. Joe Bedford showing great determination as he drives through under pressure, draws the foul.
Joe not sure who's taking it.
Oh.
Has he given something away there?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to say Paul Debenham seems pretty keen to fly out at him. Bedford taking
It's
advantage
a nice
of
drive
that.
from Kieran off the ball there, but not seen. Yes, I think that was silly of Joe to take that one. He'd seen Kieran's run, knew that was it Josh that was on him? Was it? Yeah, Josh was gonna turn and look for the collect. If he'd given that ball back to Kieran, Kieran would have been free from 4 meters out.
Nice balance from Charlie. Nice shot. Well picked up by Luke.
That's the shot that Claire likes.
Yeah, you're right. There is a shot that she likes. Back to 2. In fact, after writing Knights off at 9-3, I'm getting more and more worried about Beck. Oh, Palfman. Good pick up, good move out, but comes short.
Oh, Kieran just reaching for that ball, but didn't get it. Contact on the feed.
And I thought it was good. The referee called it a nice early penalty. Let's not mess around.
Yeah.
It was a foul. Don't make him do anything untoward in order to get it. Back to 1, Jess.
Yeah.
You should say something to me when I write these teams off too early. You should say no, Tom.
I
Knights
just
are
like
going to come back.
you dig a hole for yourself.
Now Palfman seems to be
collection.
stepping up and taking, let's say, some more pressure shots.
Quite right.
Realising that he needs to get back into it. That's what big players do. They say, look, all right, we're struggling. We're not playing that well.
Yeah.
I need to take this on.
But personally, I'm not overly keen about the way they're setting up. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not a fan of the 2-2, but it is a bit predictable. It's both teams just kind of, let's just try and attack.
And that's a poor shot from Lizzie, but she's just not getting the shooting chances. Maybe
Yeah.
the height of Joe Wilson is making it difficult for her.
I would prefer to see both teams playing a bit more 3-1.
I'm not sure where the penalty came from. But it does bring us level. And now this is psychologically difficult for Beck.
The momentum is definitely with Norwich.
And if we take that moment from 9-3, then Knights have won that the next phase 8-2.
Good defensive line there from Lizzie McLeod. I thought Josh was maybe leaning over a little bit, but maybe that's just his height.
Yeah.
So Charlie back into the attack with Claire Deek.
But now he's got Blake against him.
But he's going to shoot nice and early.
Yeah. But actually, before Blake was defending Josh.
Yeah, they switched.
Good pick up from Josh. See, because Davish Patel's not a bad defender. Okay, but I'm going to enjoy watching Blake try and shut Charlie out. Okay.
Timeout from Beck.
Timeout from Beck. Coach John Denton. What's he going to say, Jess? Because they need to get going.
They do need to get going. The end with Joe Bedford, Kieran. Kieran not really having the games, the type of games that I've seen him playing this season. He's not really getting going. I don't know if it's all in his head. I don't know if he's too much in the moment. Maybe the occasion is too big for him. I'm not sure, but yeah, he's not having the game that I was expecting him to have. Whereas someone like Andy Hall,
I was going to say, you're thinking Andy Hall.
Well.
Yeah.
So I'd maybe personally consider making that change, just giving Kieran a few moments just to settle.
Yeah, I'm really in favour of not changing for change's sake, except for when you're in this situation and you've got decent players.
Yeah.
They all know how to play well together. You've just got to change your style a little bit, and sometimes that involves changing your personnel. In particular, when you've got a good, solid utility player. He's not going to score you many goals, but he might chip in one or two important ones.
Exactly.
But he is going to be very solid, Andy Hall. Oh, nice. Oh,
How has he
Charlie
missed
Barkle.
that?
Puts his head in his hands. So, did that ball come from Blake Palford on the back way line straight to Charlie?
Literally no idea what just happened.
Bedford. Whoa,
From
interesting
distance.
balance. Wow, look at that. He's going
fired
forward,
up.
he's going back, he's falling away. The arms are not symmetrical, but he is so effective. 2 goals since he come on.
You start me on the bench, I'm going to come on, I'm going to score you all other goals.
I'll show you. Yeah, and Patel's having a quietly good game underneath the post there, just making it difficult for Knights to recycle. Oh, that's brilliant
nice.
from
That's
Kieran.
nice.
It's brilliant. And he draws a penalty as well. He looked clean.
That's the
Certainly from Josh.
the same kind of move that we were seeing from Owen Bailey and Dave Brooks earlier in the other game.
Yeah, in particular Owen Bailey. Wow. Okay, leads back to 2.
Oh, it's a stretching ball. Lizzie couldn't quite get there. As I said earlier, Knight's just not looking as clinical as they did last season. I can't put my finger on what the difference is. Oh, Blake just dropped the ball. Kenzie at the post. Blake will shoot that.
Oh,
And it
that's what I like about those 2 girls in. It really frees Powell from up to shoot.
Yeah. Looks like Josh Rowe will be coming off for stand-up. So Stan and Paul often play together, so that is a combination that I like to watch. I like to see it. At times, I think that maybe in a few years to come, they could be the next Brooks and Woodvine. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I'm putting it out there.
This might make them a little bit more dynamic, though Debenham's gone straight in, but he's coming straight out. So, yeah, these post positions now are going to be very transitory.
Great fight there from Adele Mitchell against Joe Bedford.
And now look, see that ball across the post. I'm sure they didn't agree. That's the ball that they weren't playing.
Yes, that's exactly it. They weren't playing.
That's a sign that they've got a bit more confidence. Okay, it didn't work for them then, but that opened up the court. Okay, the dynamic collect didn't work for them either after the shot, but that's the style I'd much prefer to see them moving. They played just a little bit too static for me, too direct. Oh, great from Patel. Just steadies the ship, does his captain's job. Hasn't had too many shots.
Was down on the floor then for a moment. He's gone down again.
He's gone down
now.
Again.
The physio is on the touchline. Oh, and they're about to come on. Oh, I just wonder what's going on.
Okay, and the physio is going to go on. So it can't be cramped. No one's attending him, but something's obviously not quite right with him. Andrew Hall is up, having a little bit of a stretch. Okay.
Not sure.
It's cramp. Okay, so
maybe it is
good.
cramp. People are saying that it is very warm down there.
Yeah.
I have heard people saying that it is warm pitch side.
One of the things I liked about the pitch was it was quite spongy and it was quite nice on the feet. But sometimes that saps the legs just a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay to run around on and nice to feel underneath your shoes. But when you have to do all the sprinting these guys have been doing, it makes it a little bit difficult if you're not used to this kind of floor, as probably most of us aren't. So Beck have quietly eked it out to 4. It's not over for Knights yet, though, Jess?
No, not at all. Like we say, they've just started, especially now they've got this partnership between Debenham and Dunn.
Unfortunately now in defence.
Who are now in defence. They have just started playing the style that I like to watch Knights play. I was talking to Joe Sterling earlier in an interview pitchside, and I was saying, you play quite a unique style. I don't think he was overly convinced that they did, but in my eyes they do. They are very athletic. They do play those searching balls across court, and they haven't been doing that this game.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping now that those two are back together, they will start doing that. It's whether this end with Charlie and Claire Deek, Luke and Anna Woodall, whether they can start to do it, or are they going to continue to search to score through Charlie? And that's interesting. They've just brought Paul Debenham off for Josh Rowe. It looks as though
and he's going
Paul's
back in defence.
Going to go back on into attack, I would assume, for Luke.
Yeah. So when I first saw him come off, I was worried that he might be injured and they're just going to rest him for this defence session. But no, it's good that he's sitting in a chair. We need to see him back on. Let's pour from Charlie.
See, that frustrates me about Charlie. They focus so much on him that it is almost so predictable what he's going to do. He's obviously going to want a feed at that stage because Blake's all over him.
Nice step out from Kieran Hicks. Nice, easy shot. Should perhaps look to turn in the feed, but now they get the girls in. Bedford's been working for him so far. Good, decent shot this time again.
Good chase down from Josh Rowe.
And that's another reason why you want Josh Rowe on the pitch.
Referee says play on. Kieran and Joe have been playing together, I think most of the season. It's quite a nice combination. I quite enjoy watching them play together.
Now the boys in.
Oh, you say that first time.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
trouble. It was the hesitation. Again, I think because she's playing against two taller girls, they're still not huge, but they're taller than your average girl. I think she's just questioning whether she could get that shot up without getting blammed. I think that's always in the back of her mind. So she's looking for the shot and then going, oh no, trying to go back in. No one's there for us. Then she's forced to take that step back and try and shoot.
And now Charlie's come off. He's still standing up, but I can't imagine they're going to bring him on defence, but they might do.
I don't think they can have many subs left.
Well, great from Bedford. Nice flick back.
So that's what's special. It's not the initial pass from Joe to Kieran. It's then Kieran flinging it back to Joe.
Yeah,
because both boys are committed to
and
him.
Joe keeping going, realising it's on. Good Korfball.
So are Beck comfortable in this 4-goal lead?
I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, they've started to score a little bit, and thanks to Joe Bedford, good substitution, bringing him on. He has made a good positive difference. That one that Kieran Hicks got when he stepped up was great, but I don't know. That was a tad naughty. I didn't think he was earned a chance. It like when you got teams that are throwing the ball off occasionally, I don't know quite how to call it really, because neither teams are playing great. One of these teams, their big players, going to have to step up, and certainly still favourites.
When you get a restart under the post like that, I've never understood why you don't split the play, because they've got to take one side. They either let you have the feed, or, which they did just then, they take the front line, in which case you pass it off the back, get it back, and you've got a free shot. I've never understood why people don't do it.
That's good. Nice moving from Amy Swain. Ball back from Joe, just doesn't quite reach her. Joe will step back, squeezes a shot out. Decent shot. Bounces kindly for Knights.
Ball over the top to Claire Deek. And they'll start playing in this corner now. Good pick up from Paul Debenham. Out the front to Claire Deek, who wants a feed.
Oh, great.
Anna Woodall.
Woodall, completely unnoticed. Slides down the side and misses the running in shot. Okay, 12 minutes to go. Time for one of these teams to claim this game. And Joe Bedford scores. Again, I'm really going to say that he's really changed the game in a very positive way for Beck, even though they were still ahead when he came on. Kieran Hicks still working hard. Good fight from Lizzie. Just gets a decision against her.
The crowd not having it, but I agree that was the right decision. Joe will shoot that.
Oh, well, good, well contested by Lizzie McLeod. And that's looks like a charge on Debenham.
We'll play on.
And Hicks.
That's the one. That's the one he's been missing.
Coming good in the second half. Just as Jess was trying to substitute him off, he comes up, scores two big goals, keeps Beck in the lead, pushes them on towards winning.
You're supposed to stop me when I'm digging a hole for myself, John.
Now he's trying an extravagant flick.
Down. I'm hoping it's not too serious. I think she just collided with someone. She's all right.
Okay,
she's all
yeah,
right.
look like she's going to be all right. Okay, got a timeout. All right, come on. Knights, how are you going to fight your way back into this game? Where the goals coming from? Okay, we talked about Charlie, and he has stepped up, and he's trying to step up. We haven't got much out of Paul Debenham. He hasn't been on long. What do we need to do? Get some goals out of Paul Debenham. Lizzie,
yeah. I don't know that Lizzie has scored.
I don't know. She's shot much.
If many. No, exactly.
maybe that's the good pressure from Joanne Wilson, but yeah, really, like, because she loves to shoot. She'll shoot,
Yeah.
you know, at any single chance, but maybe the ball's not just coming to her.
I want to see more of that expansive play. I want to see more 3-1 from them. I'm still not quite getting there's moments of it, but it's not consistent. And then only on the overcommit, that's when I want to see the feeds, rather than feed first, trying to attack 2-2.
Well, you can do that, but it's just not working for them. I think and they have tried to change things, so to their credit. And yeah, I think they're trying to use their bench as creatively as possible. Joanne Wilson driving. Oh, scores. I thought she scored a nice runner there. Oh, Debenham, he did get Blake in the air, but wasn't able to take that much advantage of it.
Looks like we're seeing a double substitution. Amy Swain coming off for Caitlin Fitzgerald and Heather O'Kremsey off for Anna Rocker, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. Good substitutions from John Denton for Beck as well. He's got tomorrow in mind, and they're going to have to play better than this. Assuming they get there, they're going to have to play a lot better than this against Trojans if they're going to have a chance of ending Trojans' reign.
Oh, yeah, very
So
true.
I think he needs to have a look at some other players and some other combinations. I'm not saying this game is won, but you know they haven't got too much to lose because they're not playing that great. Nice, Joe Bedford. Wonderful feed. Great one-hander. Wow, this is one of the best off-the-bench performances I think I've seen from Joe Bedford.
Yeah.
Hasn't made a fuss, taken the shot when it's there. He's missed probably 3 and scored 4 or something.
Charlie Vogel will come back into attack for Josh Rowe.
Substitution for Norwich Knights, number 12, Josh Rowe.
And Joe's adding some post play to the cameo performance that he's doing off the bench.
That's a nice ball off the back to Dav Patel.
Yeah,
Not the best pass,
good
but
ball.
he finished it well.
He had to pull it up from the bottom of his shorts, and but he did manage to tuck it in, and that's making it really difficult for Beck. Beck did some really good girl domination at the post. I didn't see so much of that in the second half. That kind of fell away just a little bit. They lost their structure. That seemed to be working for them quite early on. It was quite nice. And that's a blam from Joanne Wilson.
Yeah, defended shot.
See, maybe they had the extra range because Joe's not just tall. She's got big, long arms as well. It seems to have made it difficult for Lizzie. Good extension from Patel. Nice. Good soft bounce. Looks like, Palferman's going to get the decision. Yeah, they're 2 feet on the floor.
Goal, yeah.
So after a quiet spell, he's come back and he's been part of the Beck wave. This little ripple has turned into a tidal wave where they're just about to, I'm going to say, to brush Knights away. Have I given them away? Have I given up on them too early? But it just seems that now Beck are playing, and now there's a lot of substitutions. Luke Coit-McKenzie coming off for Josh Rowe. Joe Sterling must be out of subs quite soon. Both teams must be out of subs quite soon.
He's not quite out of subs because it looks as though he is going to make one more sub.
Who have we got coming on?
Oh, it was a weak shot there. Was that Claire? I don't know if they're just getting pushed out too far to the corners. That's a great hand from Lizzie.
And we are going to see that substitution. That's Emily Cocker coming on for Norwich Knights. Looks like Anna Woodall is going off, much to the applause of the crowd. Caitlin Fitzgerald, well defended by Lizzie.
That was a great line that she took there.
And the good extravagant appeal for the penalty, but she was right. She had got the step on Lizzie McLeod. Kieran Hicks, a little screech in the hall actually might have made that a little bit more difficult than it should have been, but he's tucked it away nicely, taken back to 20. This is what I want to see. Let the ball move a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, well thought, Adele. And she does, yeah, she does get the ball. I thought that was only right. Oh, it looks as though Beck will now make a sub in response. I think, they're playing on, even though, we're going to play on. We'll have the sub on the next whistle. We'll play on. I think Dav's pointing out, I assume, a sweat patch on the floor. Looks as though Billy Ashby will be coming on for Beck. For someone.
What do you think? Is it Patel?
Yes.
Where's Billy played before?
Oh, now you're asking. I've definitely been told that, but but at this moment in time, I cannot remember. Unless he has been a Beck junior all his life, but I don't think he has. We have to find out for tomorrow's game. No, you just didn't catch it.
Yeah, it's okay, a nice ball.
Well, I don't know. Kieran's not protesting.
No.
From here, it didn't look like.
Yeah, Charlie Stance there kind of told me that he thought that was good.
Oh, they're taking it again. Encroachment from Kieran.
You got to score the second one.
He does. And he does.
Yeah, he did score the second one. So I think a little bit more pride, and really in my mind in Norwich, I wouldn't give this up, but the rate they're scoring, I think a goal a minute is going to be too much for them, and now they're going to think about trying to take some rhythm into tomorrow's game, start playing. Billy Ashby pulls Just Row quite nicely, doesn't make anything of it. Little shove in the back at Anna Russia from Claire Deek.
Billy Ashby will take the free pass. See if he can get on the scorecard.
Okay, quite flicky, low armed.
It's hard to tell if that's his natural technique or if that was his technique because you've got Josh Rowe running out at you on the end of a free pass. That was a lucky bounce through to Adele Mitchell there. Good collect from
Joe Wilson. Yeah, are they trying to get a bit more rhythm, a bit more tempo into the game?
I think so. Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's a free pass.
Yeah, it was probably a tad unnecessary from Kieran. Didn't look like he had much chance of winning that.
There's a lot of pressure on that. And he got a touch on it.
It was a blam for sure. Nice. Kenzie Baldock turns well. Doesn't shoot so well, Anna Russia. Gets her chance underneath the post. Now they'll settle a little bit. Didn't reset. Okay, the first one reset the shot clock. Probably Blake's worst shot there. Step back, the balance wasn't there. Now the ball straight into Lizzie McLeod. This is better. Let it flow. Let it move. Okay. And that's the problem when you do try and pick up the pace when you haven't really been, you start to make mistakes, but I think, well, really looking like they're going to be playing against Tornadoes tomorrow. They're going to have to buck themselves up a little bit, judging from the Tornadoes performance. And this really might be their 4 minute now to actually try and get their confidence back, get back to a style that they've really enjoyed playing.
So that was a nice move from Lizzie. She was free in her range, and I think she just pulled up short on the shot. I like the way Billy Ashby's come onto the pitch.
Yeah,
what he's giving.
He's got a bit of attitude. I think he might have been a Beck junior, you know.
Yeah, maybe. Looks like we'll see a further 2 subs for Beck.
There's Jessica Bennett, number 50.
Going on for Joanne Wilson, and Kenzie Baldock coming off for
Chloe Swain.
Chloe Swain, yeah.
Yeah, nice ball from Charlie.
Contact on the feed.
Yeah.
Caitlin Fitzgerald.
Actually, I think he was trying to say that was probably multiple
Both of
infringements.
them at the same time.
Yeah, a little shove in the back. Charlie makes no mistake this time as he dribbles it in off the front.
So that takes the difference to 6 goals. 3 minutes left. What if you're Joe Sterling? What do you do in this situation? Do you call your losses and start resting players for tomorrow's game? Do you? I mean, it's six.
It's only
6
3
goals.
minutes. I don't like cutting my
Throwing the
losses.
towel in, yeah.
I don't like the players. Still, it's harder to. It's more tiring to cover the ground when you're not trying than it is when you are trying. And I think they need to just take a bit of momentum into this, try and play some good korfball. If they can get 2 or 3 nice goals, and then they can be looking at that, and that's something to talk about in their team talk tomorrow when they're clearly going to be playing Tornadoes. And they'd have seen the Tornadoes play today, so it's going to be a comfortable night's sleep for them. But maybe they might relish the feeling of being the underdog, like they did last year against Beck when they. That didn't surprise everybody because a lot of people rate them as a good team, but when they certainly surprised Beck, and they came out so strong and they played such beautiful korfball, they're going to be the underdogs tomorrow, and maybe they'll relish that and think on a plan tonight about how they're really going to be more creative and more audacious in the style that they play. Because I don't think the direct style just suited them, and even that ball across the top is nice, and this movement is nice.
Yeah,
but it's perhaps nice. a little bit too little, too late.
Okay, so I've been watching the bench for the last few minutes, and just
nice, KD.
Tried to put in a sub form, to which I think he was told, no, you've had the ball. But then I've just watched Charlie sitting down on the pitch while Claire was taking that free pass, and he's undone his shoe. So clearly they either had one more free pass or they've taken Charlie off as an injury. But no, I think they must have had one final sub left. Joe will shoot and he'll score.
Yeah, he's done great since he come on, hasn't he? I've enjoyed watching him play, and they've cemented what's been, let's say, a solid workmanlike performance by Beck.
Definitely.
Not extravagant, not bad, for sure. It's just we're judging by high standards, and here is Beck legend Stuart Ironmonger, my old mate, come on to try and just finish off this game nicely for Beck. It's been a fantastic service to the game. He heads up on the wrong side of that done there, and he doesn't get back. Too bad, Stu, don't worry, that will get you into attack just a little bit quicker.
I like
nice
that ball.
I like that ball as well.
Billy Ashby curves round to the feed. Contact on the shot.
Yeah,
left her hands, I'd say.
So it's a really good point. The ball's still in her hands. You've got to position yourself to only touch it when the ball comes out of your hands. You can't reach in there. So she
follow the path of the ball.
She might not have shot. She might have passed off to someone else. Blake Palverman proves that he's human. So I think that's a perfectly good decision. That's the right decision.
Yeah, I agree. We're into the last minute then.
Nice attempt of a pass from Lizzie McLeod. Unfortunately, hit the Korf.
Lizzie McLeod still working hard on the outside. Oh, she wanted that ball there. Didn't get it. Stand unturned down for
Yeah, they're working
Luke
hard and they're shooting the ball around. Nice shot from Luke. Picked off. It's going to give Beck at least one more attack. Anna Russia hasn't had too much to do since she's come on. Oh, that's a really good drive from Chloe Swain.
Blake will take it. The crowd want Billy. Billy will take it.
I don't think I've ever quite seen that, like,
was
especially
peer
in such
pressure
a
at
game
its
like
best.
this. And he better score it, and he does score it.
Oh, the crowd goes wild.
Yeah, it's good to see the crowd into a local favourite. Cheering Billy on as last few throws of the ball and shots. Nice and Josh Rowe.
Nice.
A little bit of something for him to take home. I'll take up. So Knights are up to 17, which a few years ago would have been considered like a mega score. Now it's perhaps not. We're certainly never going to win this game,
No.
and it almost definitely won't win the game tomorrow. But they'll have a chance to go home and have a think about what they did well and which particular styles are going to work for them. And it's a whole new day tomorrow.
Ooh.
And
We'll
our
finish
referee
on a
Adam
penalty.
Dibble lets us finish on a penalty. There's 0.4 of a second to go. Paul Debenham gets a chance to increase his tally. And the whistle blows. I think the final score maybe flatters Knights just a little bit at 22-18.
Yeah.
But they they came in runs and they came in spurts and they did fight and they played some good Korfball. Not good enough today to beat Beck, Jess.
No, Trojans Beck final then. What can we expect?
Check it out. It's on YouTube somewhere.
Come back and find us tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, stay with us for a few more minutes whilst we do the interviews with managers and players of the second semi-final.
I'm joined by Joe Bedford. Joe, talk me through that game.
Really tight game. We pulled away a little bit at the start and then they came right back into it. Obviously we know how dangerous they are after last year when they beat us in the semi. So it was a bit of a wanting to get revenge there, but we just had to be really disciplined the whole way through. They've got a lot of dangerous players, a very good up and coming young team. So we had to be on our game to get the win.
Tom and I were commentating on that up in the box. We thought you particularly had a very good game. We thought when you came onto the pitch, you changed it up. What were your thoughts?
Obviously we've got a very strong squad. All our players bring something different, so it's good that we were able to utilise, I think, every single player during that game, which just shows how deep our squad is and how well we controlled the game. Hopefully we save some legs for tomorrow against Trojans, which obviously a very tough game, but I think this will be our 5th year in a row, so hopefully this year we'll get the win.
So what do you have to do against Trojans tomorrow to get the win?
Score more goals than them, I guess. All of their players are extremely dangerous. We know if they're on their shooting, it's going to be very tough to beat them, so we've got to put as much pressure as we can, hope that we play the way we can do, control the game, and hope our shots go in.
And just a final word, you've had John Denton and Graham Box coaching you this season. How's that been?
It's been brilliant, really like a nice sort of breath of fresh air. Obviously we had a very successful period with Dave, but it's really nice to get new coaches in with new ideas. They bounce off each other very well. Just hope we can win the gold for them.
Joe, best of luck for tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Joe.
Johnson of the victorious Beck team. So these guys beat you last year. You've come here and you've won. What do you think you did well this year?
Yeah, so I think we've been working hard all year, and we've been really working on playing more dynamically, sort of passing around, and we've got a large toolbox of skills to use, and yeah, we've been making the most of them. We've got such a tall, strong team, and yeah, I think that's just the difference. So I'm really excited for tomorrow to see what we can do.
And were you happy with your game?
Pardon?
Were you happy with the way you played?
Yeah, I think I could have finished a bit better. There were a couple of ones under the post and a bit of a gangly runner, which could have been better.
It was really gangly, wasn't it? So you're facing Trojans again tomorrow. What are you going to have to do to beat them?
I think we all need to be on our best game, and I think we just need to keep doing what we're doing and use our height, use our strength, and finish everything.
Yeah, congratulations, Joe. Good luck tomorrow.